Folks, as December rolls in, it's time we talk seriously about being prepared. We're looking at some items you're going to want to stock up on because, let me tell you, when it comes to facing disruptions, being ready is the name of the game. First up, we've got freeze-dried vegetables and fruits. Now, you might wonder why freeze-dried? Well, this isn't just any old way to store your food. This method keeps your produce just about as good as fresh by freezing it solid, then zapping the moisture right out of it, without it ever turning to liquid. What you get is food that keeps almost all its structure, taste, and vitamins for years. Yes, you heard that right. Years. Now let's not dance around the fact that these gems are a lifesaver when fresh produce isn't on the table. Whether you're dealing with a natural disaster, supply chain hiccups, or you just want to be sure you've got nutritious food on hand for emergencies, freeze-dried fruits and veggies are your best bet. They're lightweight, take up little space, and all you need to do to get them back to their glory is add a little water. Plus, they're perfect for throwing into whatever you're cooking, be it stews, salads, or even for snacking right out of the packet. Sure, they might cost a bit more than your usual haul at the grocery store, but think about the long run here. Investing in something that's going to keep you and your family well fed in times of need? Well, that's just plain smart. And isn't that what we're all about? Being smart, staying ahead of the game, and never finding ourselves caught unprepared. Number 2, shelf-stable cheese. Now here's a product you want in your bunker when the going gets tough. Shelf-stable cheese. This isn't just your everyday dairy delight. This is the kind of cheese designed to last. We're talking about types like aged cheddar and Gouda, coated in wax to block out air and moisture, which can keep for months, folks, or even years without needing a fridge. And then there's the canned variety. Think processed cheddar or those spreadable cheeses sealed up tight in metal cans that keep them fresh as the day they were packed. But let's talk numbers because that's where it gets real interesting. Recent reports indicate that the demand for non-perishable food items, including shelf-stable cheese, has spiked by over 50% in some areas due to increased emergency preparedness among the population. It seems more Americans are waking up to the reality of needing to keep essential, long-lasting food supplies on hand. And why wouldn't they? With natural disasters happening more frequently and supply chains occasionally disrupted, having food that doesn't need a fridge is just plain smart. And while shelf-stable cheese is a champ at staying fresh, it's also versatile. You can use it to add a kick to your meals whether you're stuck at home during a blackout or out camping in the wild. Just remember, once you crack open that wax or pop that can, you're on the clock. Most of these cheeses need to be eaten quickly once they're exposed to the air, or tucked away in the fridge to keep them from going south. Now here's something you might not know. Despite its convenience, some folks worry about the additives, like emulsifiers and preservatives, that keep these cheeses stable. Yes, they make it last, but they also mean you're getting a bit more sodium than your regular slice of brie or mozzarella. Always worth a glance at the label, right? But let's cut to the chase. In times of crisis, when you might not have power for refrigeration, shelf-stable cheese is a veritable goldmine of calories and nutrition. Number 3, oats and oatmeal packets. When it comes to prepping for the unexpected, you can't overlook the basics, and oats are about as fundamental as it gets. Packed with nutrients that keep you going, like dietary fiber, manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, and iron, oats are a powerhouse in your pantry. They're especially rich in beta-glucan, a kind of fiber that's known to help lower cholesterol and keep blood sugar levels stable. That's something to think about, isn't it? Now let's talk convenience. Oatmeal packets are a prepper's friend. They come with pre-measured oats, often flavored, that make breakfast a no-brainer. Just tear open a packet, add some hot water, and you've got yourself a meal. But keep an eye on those labels. Some of these packets can be sneaky with added sugars and artificial ingredients. You want to keep it healthy, so choosing wisely is key. Here's a pro tip for you. For those thinking long-term, oats need to be kept cool and dry. Stash them in airtight containers to fend off moisture and pests, and they'll stay good for up to 2 years. That's right, 2 years. As for those oatmeal packets, they're a bit more sensitive because of their packaging, so make sure to eat them up by the date on the box. Now think beyond porridge. Oats can do so much more. They're great in baked goods, can beef up a smoothie, or transform into overnight oats, giving you a quick, nutritious start to your day. The versatility and nutritional value of oats make them indispensable for anyone looking to maintain a balanced diet through all seasons, crisis or no crisis. Number 4. Jerky and dried meats. For any savvy prepper or someone just trying to be ready for whatever life throws our way, jerky and dried meats are a must-have in your survival stash. Why? Because they pack a serious punch when it comes to protein. With around 116 calories and 9.4 grams of protein per ounce, jerky is not just a snack, it's a compact energy source that's also low in carbs. But let's address the elephant in the room: sodium. Yes, jerky's got plenty of it. Salt isn't just there for the kick. It's a preservative that keeps the jerky safe to eat longer by warding off bacteria. Some brands might push the limits, packing up to 22% of your daily recommended sodium intake into just one serving. That's why, for those of you who watch what you eat, making jerky at home might just be the way to go. That way you control what goes into it and keep those unwanted extras out. Storage is key with jerky. Keep your store-bought jerky unopened in a cool, dry place, and it'll stay fresh for about a year. Opened up? You've got a week to enjoy it unless you throw it in the fridge. As for the homemade kind, without all those commercial preservatives, you're looking at a good 1 to 2 months of shelf life in airtight containers. Jerky is fantastic for its convenience and longevity, but remember, folks, moderation is key. That high sodium can add up, so balance it out with less processed foods to keep your diet well-rounded. So, are you equipped with the right kinds of jerky? Number 5, canned beans and lentils with seasoning. Now here's a real game changer in the pantry: canned beans and lentils, especially those pre-seasoned beauties. They're not just filling, they're crammed with nutrients. These little powerhouses are bursting with plant-based protein, fiber, and all the good vitamins and minerals that keep your heart ticking right and your digestion smooth. But here's the best part: they come seasoned. We're talking a robust blend of spices like cumin, coriander, and paprika that kick the flavor up a notch right out of the can. This is the kind of convenience that's a lifesaver when time is tight, or if you're not exactly a whiz in the kitchen. Just crack open a can, and you're on your way to a hearty meal. However, we've got to talk about the salt. Yes, those spices make the beans tasty, but they can also mean a hefty dose of sodium. Always a good idea to peek at the labels to make sure you're not going overboard with the salt, especially if you're watching your blood pressure. And if you like to mix things up, don't be shy about throwing in some fresh herbs, a squeeze of citrus, or a dash of extra spice to personalize your dish. It's all about making it your own. Storage is straightforward. Keep those cans in a cool, dry place and they'll last you a good long while. Opened a can and didn't finish it? No problem. Just pop the leftovers in an airtight container, stick them in the fridge, and you're set for the next meal. Number 6. Instant grain blends. Let's talk about a real staple for anyone's emergency pantry or just a busy kitchen: instant grain blends. These aren't your run-of-the-mill side dishes. We're talking about a power-packed combo of whole grains like quinoa, brown rice, barley, millet, and farro. Each of these brings its own set of nutrients to the table, loaded with dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals that not only keep your digestive system happy, but also help you maintain energy throughout the day. The real beauty of these blends? Their convenience. You can have a wholesome base ready for your meal in just about 10 to 20 minutes. This is perfect for those who don't have the luxury to linger in the kitchen but still want to eat well. Brands like Ancient Harvest are stepping up, offering tasty mixes of quinoa with other ancient grains that bring a delightful nutty flavor and satisfying chewy texture to your plate. These blends are fantastic as a robust base for salads or side dishes, and they're a great alternative to traditional rice or pasta. They're all about making your meals more interesting and a lot healthier. But here's a tip: always keep an eye on the labels. You want to avoid any blends that sneak in preservatives or too much salt. And for those with gluten sensitivities, double-check for any gluten-bearing grains in the mix to keep your meals safe and enjoyable. Storage? No sweat. Keep these grains in a cool, dry spot and they'll stay fresh, retaining their nutritional goodness. So, have you thought about how instant grain blends can fit into your diet strategy? How can they simplify your meal prep and still keep things tasty and nutritious? Remember, in times of crisis or just a tight schedule, every little bit of convenience helps, but it doesn't have to come at the cost of your health. Folks, as we wrap this up, let's remember one thing. Being prepared isn't just a choice, it's a necessity. In a world where the unexpected seems to be the only sure thing, stocking up on essentials like freeze-dried fruits and veggies, shelf-stable cheese, oats, jerky, canned beans with seasoning, and instant grain blends isn't just smart, it's critical. Each of these items not only offers convenience and long shelf life, but also packs a nutritional punch that can sustain you and your loved ones through tough times. We've walked through why these foods are indispensable for any pantry, from their health benefits to their ease of preparation. Remember, the goal isn't just to survive, it's to thrive. And thriving means making smart choices now so you're never caught off guard. So take a look around, assess your current pantry, and ask yourself if you're truly prepared. Are there gaps in your food storage that need filling? Are you relying too much on perishables? It's not just about having enough food, it's about having the right food. As you consider these questions, think about how you can incorporate these staples into your daily meals to ensure you're always ready, no matter what life throws your way. Because at the end of the day, preparation is the key to peace of mind. And isn't that what we're all striving for? Let's stay prepared, stay informed, and above all, stay safe. Now go on and take charge of your pantry. Your future self will thank you.